Hello, everyone. We had to switch up here. Hello. Hopefully you can, we got to adjust here. Hopefully you can see us. Please announce yourself again. Sorry for they have a little technicalities this week. When you come on here, please announce yourself and so we can make sure that you hear us. So before we can get started. I see someone's just came on. I just can't see the. How to see the comments. Maybe can you see the comments on yours?
Oh.
I don't know.
So
Maybe because it's Sarah's like,
okay,
oh,
that's Maya that we're seeing.
Okay.
She says hello.
You can. Hi, Maya. Can you hear us, Maya? Yeah, you have to take.
Okay. I'll take the responsibility. I'll be your voice.
He said, thank you so much for watching, Maya. We're waiting for a couple of more people. I need to know if you can hear us.
Yep.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome.
So
okay.
You can see us and you can hear us.
So you can hear us.
This is fabulous.
Oh, great.
The fourth time.
Ooh, sorry, guys.
Took my hair right. That ain't gonna happen. Anyway, hello. Welcome to IJS.
Hello.
I'm just saying. So we have to switch over. So we're doing live a little different. We look a little different, but we still the same.
Well, she looks different. I look great.
I got no words. It's just in my head. Sometimes you can't speak it. Okay.
All right. We got a nice little. Okay. We got quite a few. We got a few people on here. We can go ahead and begin. Please type in your name. We are on our phones this week. Please type in your name when you come in. I think I see my honey on there. Look like Danny. Hi, Danny. Hi, sweetie. Okay, well, Tasha will let us know as we go on. I'm going to get started, and I am going to say, first of all, thank you. Thank you for watching us. Welcome to IJS. We're going to have a good time today. Thank you for taking out this time to watch us. You could have been doing anything else with your time, but you chose to be with us at this time, and we thank you for taking out the time to support us. We love you. You just got to take down the sound on that. Okay, so I am going to start off with the business that we have for this week. On your phone, the volume.
I thought it was already down. Oh,
it's not.
My bad. Here we go. Okay.
So the business that we are promoting this week is Shay's Lapinos. Shay's Lapinos. Now, she does customize t-shirts as well. And something that she said to me yesterday, and I was speaking to her about how to promote her business and what it's about, she was saying something to the nature. I'm not going to get the wording right, but like I said, we will be promoting Shay's Lapinos all week. So you'll be able to know a little bit more what she does. But she basically told me that she likes to put your thoughts and your words into make them become life, on a t-shirt. And so I really like that, but I can't say how she said it. It was better than that, of course. But Shay's Lapinos, it is owned, this business is black owned, of course, and it's owned by Ida Miller. I love her so bad. I can't even tell you how awesome this lady is. Oh my God, I love her. And so I'll be promoting her this week, stealing stuff off her page and all that. I did warn her. For those that don't watch often, it's your first time. Welcome. I'm so excited. I am so excited. Now, let me tell you, people, I have to go into my spiel first before we really get into the juicy stuff, okay? The things that we talk about, okay? This is not a one-fits-all. You cannot take exactly what we say and just throw it anywhere. Use wisdom and apply it where it's needed, but use wisdom with the things we talk about, people, because as I always say, this is IJS, so the majority of what we say is how we feel. If it's your first time, welcome. We hope that you will share the video. We hope that something that we say will help you in your life, on your road, and maybe open up your mind to something different than what you've been doing. I I do want to let you know that this is going to be a series because it's too much for us to compact into one show. Because today we're going to be talking about, the topic is forgiveness. Okay. Something that we all have to deal with, people, at some point in time in your life. But let me give you the rundown. So today we're doing part 1 of forgiveness, which is going to be the family and friends. Okay. Part 2, which is next week, is going to be romantic relationships, past and present forgiveness. And part 3 of forgiveness is going to be something that I think that we will probably have the most viewers on: church hurt, forgiving God, and forgiving yourself. Okay, so I will be putting those on our pages for this week, just to remind you and let you know. So if it's one particular, you have to watch and you have to be on that particular show on live, you will know what we're going to be talking about on that day, what part of forgiveness we're going to be talking about. Because like I said, there's so much to compact. We cannot put all of these into one. We will be on here for hours, so we can't do that, and we don't want to lose you. Okay, so again, once you get on here, please tell us.
So I can tell you who's on.
Okay.
We have Norma is on. Hi,
hey,
Norma.
That's my sister-in-law, y'all, Norma.
We have Dallas.
Hi, Dallas.
Thank you so much. We have Latasha.
Hi, Tasha.
We have Danny.
My honey. Hi, boo.
And Maya.
Hi, Maya. Thanks for watching, Maya.
And Darius.
And Darius, our camera guy, our amazing camera guy. Yes.
/ my boyfriend.
In Nicole Bright / Tasha's boyfriend. Let that be known.
Pray for him.
Yeah, he got to deal with her. He's talking about Danny.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Anyways.
So, we're going to start this off. Family and friends. This week, forgiveness, talking about family and friends. Those parents, kids, siblings, aunts, uncles, and messy cousins. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Because we know some of y'all have been out there and you've been hurt. So we're gonna try to, but as y'all know, sometimes I have a hard time keeping it focused because things we talk about, obviously we've been through and we done experienced some things. So you might see a little eyebrow go up here and there. First of all, before we're talking about forgiveness, I want to say, I want y'all to forgive me for coming on here last week looking a hot mess. I figured this week I'll make up for it. I think I did a pretty good job.
What did she talk
But
about?
I didn't feel well last week, y'all. I didn't feel well, and I don't think I was looking my best. But I tried better this week.
I don't even remember how you look.
Yeah,
you look like you're lying.
I don't like to be a certain way, but whatever. So
anyway. That was a new disclaimer for this week. I don't think she's ever claimed to look not fabulous.
Yeah, I do. I can't do it every day, y'all. I just can't.
Oh.
When I don't feel well,
we're gonna actually do it every Tuesday.
Oh, okay. Because the effort will be diminishing. Praise God. Y'all pray for me.
Oh wow, we've done this for 2 months. Done this.
Oh
we
Lord,
have done this.
I have let y'all in, and I'm telling you right now, I have not regretted. We have one indiscretion we'll talk about later on, but I have not regretted it. I've opened up my page and my life to you guys.
She's not public.
And so I welcome in some new friends. Some of you are questionable, amen.
Oh my God.
And some of you are just But I love you. I'm there for you. Okay, so forgiving family and friends. Now let's start with the family.
Okay. Wait. What's before we get in on that? There has to be some foundation to forgiveness. I have a question for you, Yolanda.
Oh yes.
So now, when you forgive, do you have to forget what they did?
No. I just personally, I try to bring it up.
Right.
I try to bring it up, but I cannot forget what you did. I can't do that. Now, this funny, but it's not funny. Now, some offenses you may have did before the stroke or whatever, I may have forgotten. But that's because of a condition. But
right.
But a normal person, you can forgive, but ain't no there. I mean, you can't forget. See, this is the thing about it, Tosh. This is how I feel. Abuse physically, heals and all that kind of stuff, whatever. When you do something to somebody with your mouth and you say certain things and things like, you cannot take back words. Even if you do forgive, you're always going to be replaying that thing. At least I do. Now I think a few of you might feel the same way. You replay that thing in your head, even though you don't sincerely forgave.
Okay. Well, I believe that you shouldn't forget either, because guess what? With the whole situation becomes lessons. Lessons come with that situation that you're forgiving for. So you cannot allow that to come back up in your life and not know that it's coming or be ready for it to come. Because sometimes you're forgiving people for things that you need to learn. You know, like if somebody crossed you and did something, I guess I'm trying not to be personal, but if someone's done something that's wrong to you, you know to watch out for that.
Yeah.
You know to watch out for that
absolutely.
person and other people like that person.
Absolutely.
You know to see that spirit when it's coming.
Now, yes, hallelujah.
Because you done dealt with it.
You done dealt with it.
So if you forget, then you can allow that to come back in your life again.
Absolutely, you open it up for it because you're not being conscious. Don't be. Let's be wise. Okay,
Yes.
I'll say it a nice way. Be
Yes,
wise.
be wise.
Be wise about the matter. Now, forgiveness and family, because some of y'all, I know y'all on because y'all want to know what we think about this right here. Family, sometimes it's kind of tough. Okay. Let me tell you why it's tough for some of you, not for me though. But some of you it's tough because you want to be family oriented.
Right.
You want to support the family. You want to be family united. You're a family person, you know, and you don't know how to let go when it's unhealthy. Okay.
Right.
Okay. And and with that, you don't know how to forgive. Okay. You want to hoard that thing. Now, I have said before, and I truly believe this. I have preached a series on forgiveness before some years ago, and I think a lot of us feel like, well, if I forgive what they did, you know, that's they won't know the seriousness of it. So you stay mad for 10 years about something that your aunt did, that your parents did, or whatever. You stay mad for years because you want to know, you want them to know and to feel how much it hurt you. So you feel like if I forgive this soon, or if I don't let it roll out this, they're going to think it was a minor, you know, incident or whatever. Yeah. You're going to think it's minor, but that's not the case. It doesn't mean if you forgive them that it is belittling how much it hurt you. That's not it. I think that forgiveness is something that you basically, it's something that you do for you. It's something that you do for you. It's there's a freedom in it.
Yes. And Norma says, if you forget it, why did you go through it? That's like studying for a test and not picking the right answer on the actual test.
Wow. Right.
That's right, Norma.
Right. So you just, and some of us, I think you have anger issues that need to be addressed. You still mad at your aunt and your parents. Some of y'all, because I've got on the parent support too. Some of us kids are mad at our parents for stuff that they did when we was 2 and 5 years old, and you have not gotten around to forgiving. You have not gotten around with in order for you to forgive. Let me backtrack. In order for you to forgive, I believe that maybe you need to address the situation first of all, because you could be offended and the person maybe don't know that they offended you. Okay, so I think that it needs to be you need to get that out in the open, and I think you need to discuss that thing, whatever, and then release that off of you, and then receive forgiveness. Now, in some of my situation, I have addressed some issues, people. I have went to the person and I have addressed these issues, and they have denied these issues that were brought to the forefront. They have denied it. Okay. And so I feel like I was talking to a brick wall. So I feel like I didn't get what I wanted to get, but I still forgave that person. And literally, it does something for your spirit and for you as a person. It kind of liberated me. It freed me.
Yeah. And I think, going back to, we're talking about family, and sometimes we give family passes. And we wouldn't give anybody else this pass. And because you're my mother, because you're my father or my uncle or my aunt, and I have to respect you and hold you up to some regard, right? And so that means when you hurt me, I'm just going to allow you to do that because I respect you. I don't want to be disrespectful to you. So I allow that to happen, and I just keep it balled up, and I don't say anything. And so when you don't deal with it, you certainly can't forgive. Mm-hmm. And I want to let you know that is not true. Just because of who these people are in your life does not give them a free pass. You can go all the way back to childhood. And some of you all, you think you have forgiven. But when you talk about what happened, that'll show you right then you haven't forgiven. It's just as clear as yesterday what they did to you and how you feel. And in your stomach, then you tell the whole story and you're like, but I forgave them. No, you probably didn't. You probably didn't let them know what they did either.
Forgiveness,
Like she said, you
it
gotta speak
changes. Yes, it changes something in you. I'm serious. I had to do it recently. It changes something in you. It liberates something in you. But you have to, in order to get true forgiveness, you have to be real about the situation. You have to be open about the situation. This right here offended me. This hurted me. This bothered me, or whatever. And you have to be able to release that. No, you don't forget. But I've chosen, when I forgave you, I've chosen not to bring that thing up again. And like she said, if you have, and I'm just going to give an example, since we're talking about friends. Okay, if you have a friend that you know back in the day slept with your boo, okay? Mm-hmm. You can forgive this friend in time. It may take time after, some incidents occur. Some laying of the hands. On
them? On yourself and friend. Oh,
no. Some of them know what I'm talking about now.
Yes.
But you forgive them. You don't want to, because you forgave them, put them in a position to do what they did again. Now, sometimes you have to let them go totally. You know what I'm saying? Family, friends, whatever. Some families be doing stuff like this too, I know. So you have to let them go totally. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that doesn't mean you haven't forgiven them, because you have to let them go. You know what I'm saying? That does not mean, because somebody said that, I'm going to put this out there, because somebody has said, I have seen, they have said, that if you truly forgave a person, then you would still have them in your life and things like that.
Not true.
It's not true.
You just learned that they're toxic for you.
It's not true.
You can forgive them, but you can't forget that they're toxic.
Yeah.
And they're going to keep doing the same thing.
I can't forgive you for the offense. And like I said, you truly forgave them. And I'm going to let you keep coming around to re-offend. No. I think not. That right there is not wise. And I'm going to say this. Family and friends, all of them, aunts, uncles, whatever, because like I told you, I'm big on your mental, emotional, spiritual health for you.
Exactly.
And if that is not healthy for you, and that takes you to another place, and
don't do it.
And look here, and don't let them take you back. Now, see, forgiveness too. People use that. People that are toxic, they will use this against you too sometimes and say, oh yeah, well, you forgave me for that. And that doesn't give you a pass to run on to the next offense, ma'am and sir. Exactly. Run over to the next offense so you can forgive that too. No, this is what I'm talking about. You get into that little spiral, you know what I mean, of a person just constantly doing something because I know you're going to forgive or whatever. No, exactly. I need to dismiss you, amen, and usher you out of the door of my life, because you are causing stress and confusion, and unnecessarily.
And you gotta know who you can keep and who you have to release. You do, because some people do offend you, and they're sincerely upset, and you feel that, and you're okay, and you decide to let them in your life. But then you gotta have some new boundaries.
This is what I say. With the fact of the matter of if you tell a person, if I say to her, okay, if I say Nicole Bright, she done offended me. I mean, you did such and such or whatever, that offended me. Okay. And she knows that's different from me being offended constantly and not saying anything to her. She doesn't know. Okay. Right. That's my fault. Mm-hmm. But if I tell Nicole Bright, okay, you've offended me when you did this, and this, and Nicole Bright continues to do it, to me, I'm sorry, that tells me you don't give a care. That's exactly what that tells me, because it was on me before you knew what offended me. Now that you know and you still doing it, then that means you don't give a care. See, that's what I call it's time to go. It's time to go, because I can't keep doing this with you. And some people think they're superior. Your aunts and your uncles, your parents, and they think that they can, and we talked about this before with you guys, they think that they can do certain things to you, whatever, in the sake of, and using that as I'm your auntie, your uncle, I'm your parent.
We have lots of comments.
She don't get the phone next week.
Here.
Okay.
No, you were talking. I didn't want to. She kept talking.
Norma, what do you do when the other person is not open to receive? To receive what? Forgiveness? I don't. Norma, come back on here and tell me what you're talking about.
But she
please.
Keeps commenting.
Okay. Maya said, I did the same thing, Yolanda, the same thing. At first it was hard because they kept denying, but I learned I had to do it anyway. Norma says, sometimes you got to forgive and still cut that person off, and that's okay. Absolutely. Dallas, I'm going to say this. This is so little. I don't know what you're saying. Fatalities? I can't really see it. Which dormant in the clearest of human knowledge, attachments, addictions, envy, and anger, hatred, vanity, intemperance, The knowledge of self, the word of the unseen, is far more magnanimous than the one based upon human knowledge. Got to break that down for us. Let me forgive the person, not the action. Dallas said, let me ask you, hold within yourself. Do you hold within yourself the attitude of every part of God? How can I expect forgiveness from God if I'm unable to forgive?
Maya said that.
Maya said that. Yes, it's true. There, you answered it. Oh, she said, oh, something I already answered, she said. Okay, so Maya wants to know, how do you
expect to you have to, people say, you have to forgive others in order for God to forgive you. So, I don't.
Meaning that if you don't, well, I think that's biblical is what they're trying to say. Is biblical I think forgiveness is healthy. I think it's a godlike and a spiritual thing to forgive. I think it's healthy. I don't see nothing wrong with forgiveness. Your attributes, your way, okay, your ways, and you connect that with the other. What you were saying. You're trying to break down.
Yourself and attributes for every part of God. So
I don't know. I don't know if you're saying like to be. We keep going dark and then light, but I don't know if you're saying to promote the attributes of God within forgiveness. I'm trying to get to what you're saying.
He said, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So we're supposed to be.
Yes.
Well, basically, he's saying, we're supposed to be God-like.
Absolutely.
So in order to be God-like, you have to have forgiveness.
Okay, and being God, and there's nothing wrong. And God-like is to be. He wants us to be healthy. He wants us to, you can't hoard all these things in. And I'm gonna take something from what Dallas said. I think above that I read. I kind of scanned through quickly. He was talking about the envy and the hatred and things like that or whatever. When you don't forgive whatever, other things follow that.
Because people don't even know God. Because there's the people watching that don't know God and they don't have a strong relationship.
But for those that do, I think I know what he's saying though. Okay. I mean, I think that Dallas would agree with the fact that that it is a godly attribute, like that you do forgive. Yeah. Absolutely, it's part of your spiritual growth and everything. Absolutely. Yeah. I don't believe receiving forgiveness from God just based on forgiving others.
Right. I don't believe that either. That's what I was trying to say too, but I didn't want to be
combative.
He's going to forgive you no matter if you've forgiven others or not.
Well, the Bible talks about...
If you're truly sorry and you go to God and ask for forgiveness.
The Bible talks about that his ways are not our ways and his thoughts are not our thoughts or whatever. What I think. I can't dare to forget. I mean, it takes a lot. Now, for the people that are on... Let me address this. Let me say this too, because some of y'all are taking what I say and we're trying to stay in the realm of family and friends. I don't want you to take this because we don't have a segment for this right here, but I'm going to throw this out here to you. For those of you on here that are watching and may watch later, for the rape survivors, because we're talking about forgiveness, okay? And some of you I know may drift off into that because we're talking about, and we're in this realm. I'm going to address you on a total different level, okay? And I'm not going to do it on this, but I'm going to address you on a whole different level because y'all know that's my thing. That's what I do. We got a book coming out on that to address forgiveness with you because that's totally out the box. And so I'm going to do something totally different for you. We're not going to do it on here, but I would agree with that. But what I was saying was, and not trying to contradict what I was saying before about the godly ways and the godly that is forgiveness is a part of that. And I do believe that, but I don't believe that God thinks like us. You know what I mean? That he will hold he will hold forgiveness.
He would not.
He will hold forgiveness for I mean, look at all what he's doing for you right now. You may not be doing everything that's pleasing unto him. I mean that's example right there. Yeah. That's a very good example right there.
I think sometimes we put our human self onto what God will or will not do, but we don't even think like he do. I mean, he is so vast and great. And we try to think like sometimes because we don't want to forgive or we're not ready because that person haven't asked for forgiveness. God doesn't do that. even if you haven't asked for forgiveness, and when you start on the process, God knows what process you're on. He knows everything. He's so big and vast. And so sometimes it's a process. And we're forgetting that sometimes we think you offend somebody, then tomorrow you're going to say, I'm sorry. Not all the time. Sometimes it's a process to even know that you offended somebody and then to ask for forgiveness and that person to forgive you. And sometimes you're not ready to forgive somebody. Let's talk about that. Sometimes you are just not ready. Somebody offended me really, really bad. And I think it took me maybe a year and a half to talk to them again because it was such a harsh thing that happened in my life. And I was working towards it. But God knew what path I was on. He knew where I was at in that situation. And he gives us mercy and grace for a reason. And so things don't happen overnight. And sometimes we say we forgive and we don't. So it's better not to say you forgave if you truly haven't. It's better to say I'm in the process. I'm working towards it. And your mindset got to be ready.
And give yourself time, people.
Yeah.
Give yourself time, because guess what? Just like the things I talk about in other subjects, you rush through it, you're going to find out how really mature and how far you've come along once that thing comes in front of you, okay? So you have to give yourself time, because if you think about, like she said, if you think about it and you're talking about something or something, and then this person's names come up, whatever, and then you feel the enrage and the anger within you, you have not let it go. That's a sign you have not let it go. Now, when I can hear that person's name or somebody talking about them, whatever, and it doesn't affect me and that doesn't build up, that's how you know you ready to forgive. And you have to, be honest and be true with yourself. Okay. And forgiveness is important. Now, let me touch on this because I feel that somebody wants to know this. If you're having a disagreement or you were in a confrontational relationship or whatever of family and friends before they passed, and you did not get a chance, you did not get a chance to
make it
forgive
right.
them, or they forgive you, or but if it's coming from your end, I'm going to go from that angle. If it's coming from your end and you did not forgive and they have left this world, I believe that even though they're gone, and this is my personal thought on this. I believe that even though they're gone, that forgiveness you can still meet that within yourself. I personally believe that you don't have to carry on the offense, and punishing yourself because you did not verbally make it to tell them that that you wanted forgiveness, and so a lot of you are living in self hatred, and you're living in self disappointment, and you're not even trying to see anything good about yourself because this has happened and you did not get a chance to make it right. So.
Right. That's sad, but you got to know, hey, that person went on to whatever afterlife God decided for that person, right? And they're onto a whole nother reality. So they're not sitting and thinking or being upset with you or nothing like that. Once you leave here is no longer present for you. It's wherever God's decided for you to go. So you got to deal with self at that point. And it's so hard to deal with self. No. So you are left back here to think about all that you did. So remember everything you did and give yourself permission to know that you have messed up and know that you've grown. Because sometimes, I said this before, like you move in life and you're no longer that person who did that. So True. you cannot still hold on to that old person and not forgive that person. Oh, we're going on to something else, forgiving self. I'm sorry. That's not even what we're talking about.
Okay.
But so I'm just saying.
we also have to understand that forgiveness is not always the answer. Because if you force yourself, you will do more damage than just to say I'm not ready yet. I'm not getting all that. Okay, so if you can't force forgiveness is not always the answer. I don't know if you're saying just forgiving, period, or just going to that person for forgiveness. I don't know what you mean. I've experienced that, and in my case, the person passed, and I wasn't able to make it to the point of forgiveness, and I had to understand that I still had to move on and let that situation go. Okay, so the comment before that, forgiveness is not always the answer. Okay, I'm not sure, so correct me if I'm wrong, Norma, that you're saying that forgiveness is not always the answer, meaning that you don't want to that you can't go to that person for forgiveness. Is that what you're saying? or the fact that forgiveness, period. I don't understand what you're saying, but I'm going to take it from the point of view saying that you can't always go to a person for forgiveness. Now, you said that's not always the answer. If you're saying that, I'm going to have to agree that I had to forgive some things that I could not, and it would have did more damage had I went to the person to discuss the issue, and to ask for forgiveness from either part or both parts or whatever. She said, okay, I was right. She said, going to that person, it would have caused more damage. For a fact, it would have caused more damage. So I chose not to, but I forgave that person. I forgave. So there are situations where you cannot physically go to the person and ask their forgiveness and you forgive them, whatever, vice versa or whatever. And sometimes it may be open, but there will be a disaster. And you know that there will be a disaster because of other things that have told you this.
But let me ask you a question. If it's a secret you're keeping within yourself, right? And you haven't told that person your offense that you did to them, and you're asking for forgiveness from God, is that possible if you haven't really let out what you did?
So if you did something,
yeah, like say you did an offense, like you slept with someone's husband, right? Mm-hmm. And that person don't know that, and you don't want to tell them that. Is it possible to get forgiveness for something like that a secret when you're not?
Juicy. Y'all help me out.
Or is the first step revealing what you did?
Now I'm looking for y'all comments now, because that's a tough one right there. That's a tough one right there. Dallas, where you at?
I just want to know what you all think.
Dallas,
I know what I think. I know what I think, but
your answer this. Come on now, Dallas, where you at? Answer this. This is tough right here. Oh boy, oh boy. And Norma said, Dallas, for giving you a chance to answer. I'm waiting on you. Okay, Dallas.
Here he is.
Dallas said, character, emotion, intellect, negative energy. We have to watch how we think. We have to open our eyes. Learning of stumbling makes mistake. Okay, mistakes. It's heavy. Okay. Dallas, address the issue.
Yes,
address
please.
the issue.
We're asking you a direct question, my man. We're asking you, if you have slept with someone's wife, not saying you, but someone, do they have to go and address that with the person to ask for forgiveness from God? Or is it okay to keep the secret and still ask for forgiveness? Or is the first step you got to go at?
Come on, Dallas.
So what did Maya say?
I'm going to go with you can't truly forgive yourself. Who else on here giving it? Danny, I forgot. Danny, come on here. Help us out.
Okay, Maya says,
without telling the person, I believe you have to tell them first to free yourself, then go to the next forgiveness process. That's Maya. Come on, Danny. My husband, guys, he got some insight on a lot of stuff. Come on here, Danny. Help us out. Okay, they're asking for forgiveness from God, not man. Oh. That's from Maya. Dallas said, well, the universe will handle it. Okay, so Dallas, come on now, Dallas. Now,
Dallas is saying you don't have to go to that person.
Oh, is that what you're saying, Dallas?
That's what it sounds like. Okay. The universe is going to handle it.
Okay, so Dallas, so you saying you don't have to go to that person. It would just basically be cleared in the spiritual realm. Danny, I don't hear nothing from you, sweetie. And this man, he got some insight on some stuff. He said Dallas said the universe demands the high frequency of truth. So does that mean that the person should confess before asking for forgiveness? It sounds like that's what you're saying. It sounds like that's what you're saying.
Okay, so are you gonna say what you think? Or you want me to say first?
What I think about this?
Yeah, because
I think I think. He said that's why I said the energy. Okay, so we got. Okay, so this is what I think about it. I think personally, I would say, because I think that's like I'm with Maya. I think it got a part of true healing.
It's a step.
Healing. I personally, I would say
it's a step. I would say because go ahead.
Maya said, but keeping a secret is like lying. So you are constantly lying, but asking God for forgiveness. I don't think that's okay.
Keeping a secret is like lying. Omission, a sin of omission.
And Dallas said it's how you see it. Norma said, I think you can go to God for forgiveness, but in order for him to receive you, I think you have to make the offense known. See, I would make it known too.
I would make it known too.
I would.
I would too. Yeah, I would definitely. But that's a tough one, though, ain't it? But I would too. I think that's one of the steps. Yeah. Like, I don't think I can do something that big and not let it be known. No, that's just because I couldn't forgive myself. I would just need that step to be there. So,
yeah, that's just us. I know. But anyway,
that's a hot topic.
So before we close this one out, does anyone have any questions? You guys really interacted with the. You see how baby starts crying when the oral is bad, or the dog starts to bark. Yeah, they sense something in the atmosphere. I think that they can pick up spirits and things. It's not right. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean,
absolutely.
You got to deal with it. I mean, you can't hold secrets from people and expect your conscience to be clear.
Well, how would you want it though, people? So you can expect what you would give out. What would you want?
What would you want first?
What would you want a person to do if it was you?
Oh, I would want them to come and confess to me.
Absolutely.
I need to know.
Would you go to that person if you didn't know him or her?
It doesn't matter if you know them. You offended them.
I agree.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Agree with that.
Doesn't matter.
I don't know where I think my husband took a nap.
Okay, so forgiveness. Just to be clear. When you go to someone and you tell them what you did against them, it's not for them to release you necessarily. It's for God to release you. Because they may not release you.
And I think, too, I don't know. She said, Norma told Maya that she think it would be easier if you didn't know that person.
Yeah, definitely. Mm-hmm. Definitely it's easy if you don't know that.
I just think personally it does something. It brings about a certain freedom. Okay? I just think it does about a certain freedom when you release it. You know what I mean? You're not carrying all that stuff that it comes with. Like said before in the comments, you're not carrying all the hatred, all this other stuff because you don't even know. Y'all know like when your car is messing up or whatever. One little thing, not getting a little oil change, whatever, can be a big, huge issue and can stop it. You see what I'm saying? How a small thing can be into a big thing. It's kind of like that. You hoard that and you carry that, then here comes the hatred, comes the anger, the bitterness, and all that type of stuff, whatever. Then you walk around as a full time bomb.
And what I did is I did take us into relationship, just so y'all know. So next time we're going to deal with relationship fully.
Yeah.
So this is just the beginning of our relationship talk. And so next time we'll have some questions. We'll interact with you all again. Some questions for you to answer. So we're not just doing all the talking. I like this interaction. I did. Mm-hmm. I like being able to interact with you all.
Yeah, this was nice. This was nice. I gotta try to get my Danny on here to speak a little bit more. Very knowledgeable and deep about a lot of stuff. But he just, I don't know. I think that he kind of shy away from the social media. Next week we're going to talk about we're going to be doing part 2 of the forgiveness in romantic relationships, past or present, and I'm going to put that out there for you this week to be able to know that what we're going to do on which day. And I'm going to thank every person that had input, that you took out the time today to be with us. And you took out, you could have been doing anything else with your time and your day, but you got time for us. Sorry for the rough start, but I thank you for returning. Those that were on with us while we were trying to figure it out, thank you for returning. Thank you for being here with us, supporting us. We love you, and we thank you just for being here. Once again, Shay's Lapinos, customized T-shirts. Ida Miller, we're going to be promoting her throughout the week, so I'll be showing you some of the things that she actually does. I don't know, I feel like I'm missing something, people. I feel like I'm missing something. Thank you for all the comments, for the interaction, for the inputs. We actually look at, even if we don't get to catch every single one of them, we actually look at them later, your comments. And for those that are watching later on, we hope that something that we said can spike or encourage you to do something different, something better, just all positive things.
People are so commenting.
You guys are like, no more. We don't want to overdo it. But if you have stuff like even after we're going off or whatever, the comments are still popping up, whatever, we will definitely address them through the message, the texting or whatever messaging. Once we get off, but we just don't want to hold you forever. We love each and every one of you. Thank you so very much, and we will definitely see you guys on next week. And I think next week, I don't know.
We have a new time next week.
Yeah.
We're going to try for what, 5 o'clock?
Yeah, we're going to be doing probably yes, our camera. So we're going to be doing in the evening on next week because it was something that was scheduled before we started IJS.
Right.
So there's nothing that we can do about it. So we're sorry about that. And I also will remind you about that. Okay. And we love you guys. Thank you so much. I can't say it enough for supporting and for interacting and for your comments, your insight to us, because you guys helped us as well today. Thank you so much. And we look forward to seeing you next week, guys. Bye.
Bye.